Once again, we've come to the end of the road with Nijigasaki
Oh.
as we've reached the Season 2 finale.
Sad.
Sad times.
Sad, sad.
Sad, yes.
Yes.
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared and Al Watch Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
This is episode number 26, and we are discussing Season 2, episode number 13, entitled Let This Thrill Resonate.
Sure is a title.
The Season 2 finale, which is just essentially a concert.
Yeah, that's basically the episode.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. We begin this episode, everyone's at the venue, the Tokyo Garden Theater, which was not technically the venue for the first live.
Mm-hmm.
It was for the audience-less second live, though.
Oh, I see.
So they did perform there, but albeit without an audience.
I see.
But yes, that's also a real place as well. But they are there for their first live. They're getting all set up and everything. Taking a look at the flower bouquets and everything, the fan art on the wall.
Fan art.
Which I think it's interesting that like they're going through all this stuff that like they do in real life. Like
Right.
they get those bouquets and everything. They go through their, their pre-show rituals and all that sort of stuff where they get together and do all that sort of stuff. Scrambling around, getting costumes on and all that sort of stuff. Like it's very much like they just like watched. I mean, they just took everything from like the behind the scenes videos and were just like, all right, let's just throw that in there. Let's make this that.
Including the back slaps at one point.
Yeah, which I was very happy about.
I was too, because you had mentioned there's like not enough back slaps, and then it happened. We're like, yeah!
It's very good.
It's very good. It was very good. So it really does feel like they literally just watched like behind the scenes videos and replicated a lot of how like the Niji gals operate.
Yeah, which I think is smart.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're getting all ready to do everything. Rena's electronic board is messing up and not working, so they're trying to find a way to fix that.
It's not giving the appropriate emotions.
Yeah. She puts it on and Ice is like, that doesn't seem right.
She's like, why are you mad?
And Rena's like, what?
I'm not mad.
I don't know what you mean.
Also, it's worth mentioning that like all the original outfits are back.
Yeah, like their first single outfits.
And first single outfits well, I guess not really first single outfits, but the outfits for
for the original 9.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out how to explain the outfits for the other 3, but
it's their anime outfits.
It's their anime outfits.
But yeah, we get all those and everything. I do like the attention to detail as well, where they have like ear monitors in with like they're also like / walkie-talkie microphones.
Yeah.
But like that's a great attention to detail to have.
Yep.
And everything. It's just really cool that they're able to like throw all that in there and like it's very in a way fan servicey because like the hardcore fans are gonna know all this stuff and be like, okay, yeah, this is exactly what they do and everything.
Right,
but
like
also,
us freaking out about the back slaps.
Yeah, but like it's also just like good attention to detail. Be like, yeah, this is what they would wear in general as well. So like you would know. If you just watched a single concert and didn't get all like super deep into everything, you would be like, oh yeah, they wear that stuff when they're performing and everything. Like that makes a ton of sense.
Even something as simple as them being like, all right, we have 10 minutes of footage going, like go switch your outfits real quick.
Yeah.
Like that's stuff that like doesn't necessarily have to be in the anime, but they put it in there because like that's how it is.
Or like showing like the production row where like, they have like the camera switchers and everything.
Right.
It was real interesting that they went like that full into detail about everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes sense considering, the way the series is and operates. Like, yeah, of course they would do that.
Yep.
I was going to say something as well, but I've blanked. I believe the stage setup is basically the same as the first live. I could be wrong though, but like it looks very similar.
It looks similar.
So like that's again another good attention to detail. But yeah, they just like they get everything set up and then they just run through songs and everything. We start with Lanju. Everyone performs like their second singles.
Yes.
Which I thought was a fun, interesting touch to do. makes sense also why they're like why he was like, oh, I got a bunch of new songs for you,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have to make new songs. They can just be like, hey, we got these other songs. Let's just throw them in here.
Right, right. It was a good thing to do.
Yeah. So Lanju starts off with Ye Mingzhu, kills it, and then Kasumi's like, I won't let her beat me.
Big high five.
And they have a big high five when they pass by.
God,
It's
it was
real
good.
good.
It was so good. It was so satisfying. If you ever have to do a high five piece again, that one has to go in.
Yeah, exactly. Kasumi performs Wonderland, and then she brings out giant Kasumi faces that just are very wild and weird.
Just big, like, crayon drawn Kasumi faces bouncing around.
It's very, very interesting, yeah.
It's very on brand.
Kanata performs My Own Fairy Tale.
Mm-hmm.
She gets to descend from her moon and then sleep on her bed, and then Haruka and some of her other idol mates bring out a lovely Kanata banner.
I love that.
And I was like, yeah, that's good. That's that
really
good stuff.
It was great.
Emma performs Koe Sunago Yo.
We see our family.
We get to see the Emma family for the first time,
It was so cool.
which was a cool thing that they're like, oh, we're watching the live stream. It's sister.
It's sister.
I think somewhere in between this as well, they go back to like Rina trying to fix the board and everything. They're just not figuring out what's wrong with it.
Right.
And Mia goes up to her and is like, do you want me to go ahead of you just so you get more time to fix this? But like Rina notices like she's like very nervous, and Rina's just like, forget this. I'll go. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. So she goes out there without the board and everything and performs telepathy.
With Cart.
It's a cart song as well, which is another thing.
Yep, the Cart song.
Which is real cool. The crowd notices that she's without the board and everything, and then they do like a big fancy light stick display
Version of the board.
the Rina-chan board, which was very, very good.
That was very cool. I was like, well, they're gonna have to figure out how to do that now. Also,
Look, there's no way they're going to be able to do that. Let's be real.
I mean, I wouldn't put past Love Live fans to figure it out.
Yeah, but like that's going to be extremely difficult.
Extremely difficult. I may or may not have been crying at this point.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good. Mia goes out and performs Toy Doll.
That was so good.
It's very good. Karine performs Wish.
Oh.
She gets to sit on a chair.
Yep. Sing a ballad.
Yeah. Ai goes out and performs You and I, and Karine joins her as well.
On the giant towers.
Yeah.
It was cool, and I was glad that I was like, oh, hey, they're together. That's neat.
It was real fun. Shiriko performs Aoi Kanaria,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest of the Rebirth girls join her. But we do not get like Monster Girls or anything performed, but they basically do the performance essentially.
We do see their sister in the back being all approving.
Yeah, and like they also like just recreate the Monster Girls album art. Yeah, which is very good.
That was good. I'm sad that there wasn't a performance. I was real bummed that they didn't put in like just a little bit of a performance.
Yeah, but like they didn't do that for any of the other subunits as well, so it makes sense. But also like they probably just didn't have time to do subunit performances as well.
Well, and I guess like they're not technically a subunit yet.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Like canonically in the story, then they're not a subunit per se.
They just went out and did this.
Yeah.
Setsuna and the Azunia girls are a little like, what? You can't do that. We'll show you guys. So Setsuna, or not Setsuna, Shizuku goes out and performs Audrey, which is very good. She
with
gets
the umbrella, big coat
to reveal the outfits as well. Setsuna performs Melody, and we were like, oh god, All Stars flashbacks. Oh no.
So much trauma.
But that was real good. And then IMU finishes it off with Kaika Sengen.
Yes.
And then they go off and do intermission where like they put up this video of them like interviewing the girls about like what it means to be a school idol and everything, like how they got there and what it means to them now and all that sort of stuff, which was another fun touch that they do as well. During this time, they go and get their outfits changed and everything, and they find something that IU finds something like, oh, we got to go get you and bring her to the dressing room. And they're like, here you go, you got flowers as well.
They look dead.
Apparently, those are also the flowers she got when they finished the episode 13 recording session.
What?
Like, those are the flowers Hineki received.
But they look dead.
They weren't dead. They were just dark colored.
They look dead.
You're dead.
I mean, yeah. Basically. Dead inside.
No.
Well, that is a nice touch that they gave her those flowers.
Yeah. And also, like, the inside of it is, like, notes of, like, I want to be a songwriter like you. You do all these great things with the songs, and it inspires us and everything. It was really sweet because, like, you as, like, the unsung member of the group that, like, the greater outside public probably wouldn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
So for her to get something like that, and, like, they're like, yeah, you're also a member of this club. You're a school idol.
She's like, no, I'm not a school idol. And they're like,
like,
no,
you are.
You are. You're a big part of this.
She's like, oh, it makes me happy. Then they have to go out and get prepared for their
backslaps,
their final song, and then they do the backslaps, and I was like, yes,
yeah,
yes,
it's great.
It's very good.
I was very happy about that.
So they get ready to do the last song. They're all on stage, and you like tries to sneak out behind and like yells that she loves him, and like the crowd just quiets down as she's mid yell, and then like everyone's like, huh?
She's like,
and then they're like, hey, we're gonna turn your microphone on. You get to go give a speech now.
Yep.
She gives a nice speech about how they're supporting the girls and everything, and how they want to help everyone that's watching and all that sort of stuff. Also, when they're in mid intermission as well, they notice that like the live stream numbers are going up, and there's a lot of like international people watching as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which again is a nice touch because like that's a true thing that happens.
Yes.
So yeah, they finish off with a new song, "Future Parade."
There's a rainbow in the light
They do another Niji rainbow, yep, as well. You do see a lot of like fan shots of like the other idol groups, idol clubs and everything. Yeah, the normal cards of Collide Festival, like all those gals are back and everything. There's like family members as well scattered throughout the crowd as well. Like Ai's friend, I think Setsuna's mom is there, amongst others as well.
They did repeat the fan or the
they did
the art of who was there, which was funny. I was like, all right, well, yeah. I will forgive them for that because that is a lot to do.
Yeah, they show you behind the girls performing the song on piano, which was a cool touch as well.
That was a cool touch.
They also kind of redo the art from, or like the animation thing they did at the end of last season, where it like has the girls in front of the Niji logo and they're doing an animation, but like this time it's like them switching out and doing all this sort of stuff, and there's like little interstitial images of them with like the suits and everything.
And a dog at one point.
And a dog.
Rina is once again without her board, which is cool.
Yeah. And they have fun performing the song and everything, and have a good time, and end on a very high note.
Yeah, it's
for
a good
everyone.
Song.
Yeah.
I like the outfits a lot.
Yeah. They also show during this as well, like just like the show being streamed like at a bunch of different places internationally as well, which I thought was also very cool. And then we get after that we get a little time skip. Where we go to the student council president's office and Mia's there working on songs as Shioriko's trying to get work done.
She's like, you can't write songs here.
Mia's like, I don't care. I'll do whatever I want. And then the vice president's like, there's an application for the kite club. Do you want to do this? Shioriko's like, yeah. I want people to do what they want.
Which, whoa, that's different. But she's the president now.
She's the president, yeah. Kanata's laying on Setsuna's lap as Setsuna and Rina talk about anime, which the anime they mention is the name I think is the same as the Setsuna April Fool's joke they did this year.
Nice.
Which is very funny.
That's good.
Karin wants to get into some acting, so Shizuku's gonna help her out.
Put her as a temporary member in the club.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I want to do it. Kasumi wanted to buy a very lavish and outlandish chair, and it was like, yeah, and it was like, I don't think Setsuna would have approved of this either, even when she was president. Like, I don't think you were gonna get this regardless.
No. There's a good cat pun.
Yes, because I is showing off a cat to Lanju.
They were saying like that Hanpin is a member of the club, and she
Hmm.
says that he is a furrind.
Good.
It was like, oh, that's good. I like that
Good.
one. I like that.
Um, they also get a message from Amy, who has landed in London.
Hmm.
She is there. She goes and meets up with the girls who are practicing.
Hello.
Hello, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's you!" Very excited to see Ayemu,
Mm-hmm.
which is very sweet.
That is cute.
And then it ends with you just like walking and being like, "Yay!"
She's on her balcony and says something like, "It's your turn now" or something,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know what that means.
It's your turn. Your turn.
I guess she does mean like everybody else can be school idols too.
It's like you can be a school idol.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Also, one thing I wanted to note that they did that was real cool for the final song is that they and on the Crunchyroll subs they color coded the subtitles for
Yeah.
who's singing, which I thought was a really wild touch because that usually never happens.
Never happens. That was so cool. That was really, really nice.
Yeah, that was real cool. But yeah, that's the episode and that's the season.
So what do you think? Do you think it's done?
I mean, they went out on a very high note.
They really did. I mean, they literally replicated an actual live.
Yeah, so like I don't know where you would go from here.
And the final line of like "It's your turn now"
Mm-hmm.
is an interesting line to use as the final line.
Yeah, I will definitely say never
Never say never, because I mean, people didn't think they were gonna get an anime in the first place,
or a season two.
or a season two.
But yeah, I don't know. I hope they do get something else because
I
they're a
love
good group of
Niji.
gals and yeah, they deserve it. But again, it's one of those things where it's like I don't know.
I don't know.
So I hope so. I think
Yeah,
that's the thing I want to say.
yeah. I also hope so. I really, really, really love Niji.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love more content from them.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what to expect. Um, I was gonna say something now. I'm blanking.
blank.
Blank, blank, blank. Shoot. I will say though, I felt like this season was much better than season one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like it definitely helped that they didn't have to like
Introduce everybody.
introduce so many characters for 3/4 of the season and then have to find some semblance of story at the end.
Yeah.
So not having to do that really helped. Um, I thought using the subunits was a really good touch and
Hmm.
added to the way that they were able to mesh the girls together in different ways to create different kinds of story throughout the season worked as well. Um,
And canonically have subunits for the first
yes,
time,
correct.
which is
Um,
cool.
they definitely took some stuff from All Stars, definitely took some stuff that wasn't from All Stars as well, um, and implemented in here. And I think some of it worked, some of it may not have worked as well, but I think, like you said, overall this is a way better season than season one.
Hmm.
It was just a really, really fun time throughout, and just the way I think this ending was just the best they could have done.
It was so cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it was leading up to that. It really
yeah,
was.
and it really just fits the theme of Nijigasaki of like, you don't need Love Live.
Right.
You can do all of these things. You can have all this success, but you don't need to rely on this competition to have that. You don't have to use that to prove how good you are. You don't need to use it to, find success within yourself. You can just do all this stuff however you want.
Hmm.
And they were able to certainly prove that in multiple ways throughout this season and the other season as well. But like the culmination with this episode in particular is just like the idea of that in just full force.
Right.
I thought was really interesting and really cool.
Man,
Man, oh man.
man, oh man,
Yeah,
it was good.
it was good. Yeah,
I am very pleased.
I said this earlier in a Discord server, like 2 for 2 so far on season finales that I've watched being just absolutely incredible.
The other is Kaguya-sama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. So
Um, I just wonder, like, what do they do with Hinaki now?
yeah, that's a good question.
Because like they made it very, very clear, like Niji is 13,
Mm-hmm.
that Yu is a school idol.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it would kind of be weird to be like, all right, well, Hinaki, you're done. Goodbye.
I feel like that wouldn't happen
Right.
because they can just have her show up in lives now because they have the anime stuff in there as well, and like, why wouldn't you?
Right, right.
So like,
Maybe like a Saint Snow kind of thing, how they would pop up sometimes during the
yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's very easy to understand that, like, yeah, she's very much a huge part of this stuff as well. And like, the girls themselves are also like, yeah, we have 13 members.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think they would allow something like that to happen.
Right. I'm still sad though.
Oh yeah, of course.
I do hope there's more. You know, I would take a movie or a season 3 or anything, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I think that's the route to go, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Um, so I guess this opens up the road to Superstar, huh?
It sure does,
Wow.
because we'll have that in a couple of weeks when that debuts in like mid-July.
What are we gonna do in the meantime?
That's a good question. That we'll have to figure out. I have one idea that we can do for at least 1 week.
Hmm.
But other than that, we'll have to figure out some other stuff as well to fill in the gaps.
Okay. Also, keeping in mind July is gonna be freaking crazy.
True, that is very true.
Yep. Yep.
But
Yep.
we'll get things figured out. No worries.
Yep.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode and for season 2 of Nijigasaki.
End of the road again.
Yep. So we've reached the conclusion, and hopefully you had as much fun as we did watching this good series.
Very good.
So yeah, if you would like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You'll also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, we'll have something different or new for you.
Yep.
We'll work out exactly what that's going to be at some point, but yeah, that's going to do it for Nijigasaki, hopefully just for now.
Hopefully.
We're not saying goodbye, we're just saying see
you
you later,
later.
hopefully.